How could the supreme yogi Shiva, who you thought could never be tempted, lust after Vishnu's avatar Mohini? But is it any surprise that the most realistic religion in existence, Hinduism, would have its most powerful and famous god pursue a seductress in its scriptures? It shouldn't be to you. But if you think that your eyes are fooling you, and if you don't understand why the greatest and supreme yogi Shiva would lust after a divine seductress, then let me tell you the origins of this gorgeous woman with long, silky, raven black hair strands that flow effortlessly and cascade down her back like a waterfall. Her name again is Mohini, and Shiva's intimate bond with her was utterly inevitable. Now Shiva is well known for escaping the clutches of temptation masterfully. But after watching this video, you will realize that the union between Vishnu's only female avatar Mohini and the supreme yogi Shiva is in fact in accordance with the order of reality that has been set forth by God. And thus, Hinduism retains its status as the religion that principally reflects back to us reality as it is. This is Best Hindu Stories. Once upon a time, the powerful sage Durvasa was spending time on the earth when he encountered a Vidyadhari, a celestial nymph, who was adorned with a stunning garland of fragrant flowers. Noticing Durvasa's interest in the garland, the nymph respectfully offered it to him. Later, as the sage returned to his heavenly plane or loka from his earthly journey, he came across the king of the devas or demigods named Indra and his elephant Airavata. In goodwill, the sage gave the garland to Indra. Indra, not knowing the garland's significance to sage Durvasa, threw it over his elephant. The garland irritated Indra's elephant Airavata, who shook it off and trampled on it. Sage Durvasa was overcome with rage as he considered this act to be an insult. He cursed the king of the demigods, declaring that just as the garland was carelessly discarded, Indra and the demigods would lose dominion over the three worlds. Just as easily would they lose their dominion, their power over the three worlds. Indra immediately pleaded for forgiveness and asked Durvasa to take back his curse, but the angry sage did not relent. Now the Asuras were demons who were the eternal enemies of Indra and the demigods, and they did not let this opportunity pass them by. Knowing that Indra and the demigods had been cursed, King Bali of the Asuras and his army defeated the Devas and gained control over heaven and earth. The demons reveled in their victory over the demigods. The distressed Devas sought refuge in Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the universe. They prayed to Lord Vishnu for help. Lord Vishnu advised Indra and the Devas to obtain Amrita, the nectar of immortality, from the cosmic ocean of milk. This ocean was a vast celestial ocean that held not only the promise of eternal life, but also countless other divine treasures. The key to restoring the Deva's strength was the Amrita. But the problem was that this nectar was hidden deep within the ocean. Lord Vishnu told Indra and the demigods that they would need the help of the Asuras to obtain the Amrita. He advised them to propose a truce to the demons so that they could work together to churn the ocean of milk and obtain Amrita. Seeing that Indra and the Devas were worried that the nectar of immortality might fall into the hands of the demons, Lord Vishnu promised them that he himself would bring them the Amrita and not to Bali and his demons. When Indra and the other Devas approached King Bali and the Asuras with this proposal, they were welcomed. Is it really surprising? Of course, the demons would not pass up a chance to obtain immortality. They agreed to help the Devas churn the ocean of milk. Of course, such a monumental undertaking required extraordinary preparations. Mount Mandara was selected as the churning rod for this grand cosmic event. The demigods and demons also needed a strong and sturdy rope to hold on to while the ocean of milk was churned. They enlisted Vasuki, the mighty king of the serpents. Vasuki's immense body was coiled around the mountain, serving as the churning rope. As the churning commenced, the enormous Mount Mandara, lacking a solid foundation, began to sink into the ocean's depths. Witnessing this, Lord Vishnu, the protector of the universe, assumed the form of Kurma, a colossal tortoise. In this divine incarnation, he submerged himself beneath the ocean and supported the weight of the mountain on his back, providing the necessary stability for the churning to continue. This act of divine intervention ensured that the cosmic endeavor progressed smoothly. Multiple treasures emerged from the ocean of milk before the nectar of immortality was spotted. It was held in the hands of the divine physician of ancient Hindu scriptures, known as Dhanvantari. The moment the pot of nectar appeared in Dhanvantari's hands, the Asuras seized it. To protect the Amrita and his promise to the demigods, Lord Vishnu incarnated as Mohini, a celestial seductress of incomparable beauty. Now, how was God able to incarnate into Mohini like this? Here is what so many people don't understand about Vishnu's avatar Mohini. In the final part of the 4th section of the Brahmanda Purana, we have the Lalita Mahatmya, and in it we are told that Lord Vishnu transforms into the form of Tripura Sundari or Umma herself. It says, meanwhile, Vishnu began to meditate on Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, who was his very own self. By completely identifying himself with Maheshwari, Vishnu manifested himself in her form. She looked as if she were the very personification of the sentiment of erotica. Decorated with all kinds of ornaments, she appeared on the battlefield and brought the battle to a sudden halt, enchanting the demons with a smile. Mohini mesmerized the demons and offered to distribute the nectar among them. Enchanted by her beauty and seductive movements, the Asuras handed her the pot of Amrita willingly. Mohini cleverly served the nectar to the Devas while giving the Asuras plain water. Here is another fact that many fans of Hindu mythology do not know about Lord Vishnu. In the Devi Bhagavatam, it is clearly mentioned that Stri Rupam of Lord Vishnu is Parvati or Durga. Stri Rupam means having excellent female forms in Sanskrit. So what are the key lessons about the fundamental nature of reality that we learn from this story of the churning of the ocean, or Samudra Manthan, in Hindu mythology? Number 1. It is said very clearly in Hindu mythology that wherever Parvati exists, she always exists with Shiva. Thus, Shiva's union with Lord Vishnu's Mohini was inevitable. You have to understand that it is not Mohini who Shiva saw when Mohini appeared before him upon his request later on in the story of the churning of the ocean. It is Parvati, or his Shakti, that Shiva saw when his eyes fell upon Mohini. Number 2. Lord Vishnu could never have incarnated as Mohini without first seeking a union or the blessings of Shakti or Maheshwari himself. In Hinduism, who we call Shiva and Vishnu are manifestations or defined energetic portions of that which is vast and undefined, aka Parabrahma. The female or consorts of these, or I should say the quote-unquote female or consorts of these defined energies, are their capabilities. These capabilities were personified as goddesses or beings with female figures by our ancient ancestors for better understanding through visualization. And the third key lesson about the fundamental nature of reality that we gather from this story of Samudra Manthan in Hindu mythology is that what is often referred to as Shiva's quote-unquote lust for Vishnu's avatar Mohini is in fact just a fierce, immediate, instant, unavoidable, and inevitable attraction force. And it does not bring chaos into existence. It simply reflects to Hindu mythology fans the reality of spiritual energy as it is. Please like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to buy me a coffee, link below. Thank you for watching. This is Best Hindu Stories.